Hi guys, good morning. This is Vasant. I'm providing training with different tools and different applications in technology system, the software testing and some programming language. See, we are sitting here for understand some load testing tools like JMeter. Okay, so what is JMeter? What you know about JMeter? So JMeter is one of the Java tools which is used to perform load testing for client server application. Okay, and Apache JMeter is open source software, is a 100% pure Java application designed to load test functional behavior and measure performance of the application. So before moving to understand our JMeter features and JMeter's advantage and how we move to JMeter, how can we work, how can we create a load test in JMeter, we should know some pre-request what how we can use, and before that what we require. So for that, JMeter's come to this is a tool for performance testing, and you can say load testing tools. Okay, so for that we need to understand about performance testing. Performance testing is one a non-functional testing types. Okay, so in this section in an NFT, there will performance inside the performance testing. As you know, there are a lot of testing types will be there, like load test, endurance or soak testings, spike test, and also bottleneck testing, volume testing. So this kind of different testing we have to see using performance testing, and that those things we can use for JMeter. Okay, so here in this program for JMeter learning, understand JMeter and understand the load testing thing, we should cover the following things, which is performance testing basics, how can we create a test plan, and what is a listener, proxy server setup, distributed, how can we distribute our test cases, how can we distribute our different environment, how can we create parameterization, like say we have to test with multiple set of data for same operation, so that come into our from parameterization part, and the regular expression performance testing for any web application like website, any website like Google, Flipkart, Snapdeal, any website, if suppose your own website you are having. So for that also, how can we uh, create a script for that, and how can we execute it using JMeter and root cause analysis, where our server or our service is stopped somewhere, or we are getting some more time delay time, and getting time response delay. So that thing we can see entire, and also this training duration, and time to time whenever you are asking some query, your query also we help to solve it. So after that, the JMeter result, so JMeter providing us such a result, there will a lot of result option will be there. So that thing we can look into this training program. But here, so what is the performance testing? Can you tell me what is performance testing? What do you know about performance testings? Uh, yes, the performance testing is performed to determine how fast our system performs operation under particular workload in software engineering. And also performance testing can use in different purpose. It can be demonstrate that to the system means performance criteria is terms of expected performance, benchmark or customer expectation, and also it can compare to system to identify which perform better in performance badly. So this kind of things we can see into performance testing. So majorly, the performance testing is a performance testing only check the performance of our application, it is not find bug, but to identify bottleneck and establish the baseline for our further regression testings. And also we can do for performance testing we can uh, always do where there should no uh, bug in our application. If suppose there will bug in our application, so that time we cannot do performance testing. So whenever we would like to conduct performance testing or load testing in our application, so we make sure that we do not have number of defects in our application. Okay, for example, suppose we are having one online application and have good functionality and performance, that online business will be successful even through the application function good, but if the performance is below satisfactory level, so online customers simply switch to other competitor site. Like see, uh, generally you have seen in our live environment, like sometime we are getting some advertisement, some message from our e-commerce site like Flipkart, Amazon, and Snapdeal. Some year back, you have also seen Flipkart had posted it for some this much time duration. We are launching. You can buy some product. So that kind of situation will be there. So if suppose at a time number of user will be insert to the application, so our system might be uh, mm, not response to the as per the expectation, and our system should be will be down. Okay, so the main objective of the performance testings are like, will the application handle expected user load? Or also we can say the second will be, does the application respond quickly enough for the user? And also there will be third thing will be, uh, do business process functionality properly under heavy load? So these three main objective will be there. What are the three objectives? First will be, will the application handle expected user load? Second, does the application respond quickly enough for the users? Third, do business process function properly under heavy load? Okay, so this is the main part of our main objective, you can say, for performance testings. And why need the performance testing? Why need a performance testing? So need a performance testing because, as we all know, that any human always prefer a quality products or quality application to be used. Okay, the quality of software always defined in terms of good functionality and obtainable performance. Okay, if suppose we are developing some application, that application look wise the design is very looking very fantastic. Okay, but whenever we are clicking some link and it will take some time to load, so it is not means user expectation, so we got bored sometimes. So we can, if we are one two times we can use this application, but in third time suppose we came there, we generally we can prefer some other site. Okay, so this kind of thing will be there, this kind of scenario will be happen. So that's why we require this performance testing in our application. And whenever also we whenever we are buying, or whenever we are creating any such application or anything we are developing, so also that will be under test, and we are looking the performance of our application. Okay, so, and third thing will be, when can we start load test? As I said, when load test come into the process. So also, as I said earlier, the load test process can proceed smoothly when the software under test is already bug free. It is in terms of functionality. The functional bugs should not be there when we would like to start our load testing of application. So load testing on application enable the developer to isolate our bottleneck in the component of servers. Like, the process will be like, first we are performing unit testing, then integration testing, usability testing, and functional testing. Then it's come to our performance testing. So after this performance testing, we can deliver for acceptance testing part and the pure port testing, and then will be maintenance. So performance testing or load testing come to picture when you complete your integration usability testing. Usability and functional testings should be done. Then you can start your performance testing and load testing, because your functional bugs should be not there in the your application. So this kind of activity you can perform using the load testing. And generally load testing you can do majorly two types you can use. Two method will be there for load testing. One is your manual approach, or second will be your automated approach. So manual load testing is process to uh, creating load by access the any web application under test for several client machine through browser without using any third-party tool like JMeter or load runner or any new load, and a lot of tools available in the market right now for doing load test in our application. Okay, so manually, whenever we would like to create a load by accessing the web application under test from several client machine, so through a browser without using third-party tools. So this will be your approach. But manual load testing uh, is very challenging, because we cannot synchronize our user request. It is very difficult to synchronize our user request, and also it is very difficult to collect and analyze results. Also we cannot achieve test repeatedly, because in human being, as you know, if suppose we are performing the twice thrice in a single thing, so we got bored sometimes. So uh, this manual approach will not possible for load testing. Uh, so for that, we have to use some automated testing tools, like automation load testing tools. So in automation testing tools, in part in kind of, there will be a lot of tools available, like JMeter, new load, and the load runner is a licensed product. But and some more product will be there for that, for load test. But here we are sitting to learn JMeter, so I am focusing into JMeter. So JMeter is will be uh, used for automation load testing. So is a process of creating load test without with help of third party tool like JMeter. So this tool generate our virtual user, and instead of your real user to conduct our automation load testing. So there are several tools. As I said, there are several tools available. So with the help of that, we can do. So like load runner from HP, JMeter is open source. New load is also open source. Silk Performer will be one tool. So this is another licensed product. So lot of product you can see for load testing. Okay, so what is the main advantage of load testing? So main advantage of load testing is to overcome resource limitation. Okay, and also it replace tester with virtual user. It run many virtual user on few machine, and controller manage the virtual user for load balancing. And also we can give meaningful result with analysis tools. And also we do repeat test with script actions. So we can test our application, and we can see the application performance, how much our application will be, how many user can uh, at a time use that application. So for that we can uh, manage and maintain our application. So this come to your performance testing part. So this our performance testings and performance testings basic criteria. Okay, so for that, for JMeter point of view, so JMeter will one third party tool which is open source, anyone anywhere we can use. Okay, so for load test using JMeter, we can do web service testing, the REST API testing, and database connectivity also will be possible. And there will be number of listeners. We can do distributed testing, also parameterization. So everything we can do, like lot of thing we can do using JMeter. So for that thing, you have to join here. Then we can see. Any question, guys? Okay, thank you.